So have you heard Lancaster won the War of the Roses by a half a visit a person? Doesn't matter. Winning is winning. Congratulations, Lancaster. Okay, teacher training starts this Friday. If you're having a last-minute urge toward teacher training, it's time to make your decision. It starts Friday night. We also have coming up on September 21st from 2 to 3 family yoga. Bring your kids, your grandkids. A group is $20. So much fun. So much fun. Julie will be teaching that. Speaking of Julie, we have one other thing happening. You see our staff wearing these shirts that say, "Love your selfie, no edits." And it is a whole fall workshop series with 3 parts to it. The first part is a national event called a Scale Smash. It'll happen at F&M, and it's really just literally what you think. And those happen at universities all through the United States. Next, an 8-part body image series. And then finally, one of my teachers, so not one of my yoga teachers, but one of my leadership teachers, Suzanne Conrad, is going to be here speaking at the Ware Center for 90 minutes on November 1st. The tickets are already on sale, and they're only $15. So I think, of course, I think you should all go, because she's been so influential in my own life. But do you ever have those people who you would love to have come to yoga with you, and they're scared of the physical part of it, so they're not willing necessarily to come to class yet, but you want them to understand like what's happening for you and your practice and your life? I think a visit to the Ware Center to listen to a speaker is just the right way to share your yoga world with those people in your life who maybe don't want to come and practice with you. It's just a great way to share your way of thinking. So Suzanne is amazing. What I think is so cool about her is she's one of the happiest people I know. And why that is because she is just purposeful in her techniques every day about who she is and how she's approaching the challenges in her life. And I feel like I've been so lucky to learn from her. So highly recommend it. Let's get started. Child's pose. Toes together, knees open, stretch your arms forward and bring your forehead down. And if anything about you is uncomfortable, customize the pose. Your entire practice, I'm going to make suggestions, just suggestions. And you are going to listen to the suggestion, listen to your body, and in result, customize your pose. So you're actually going to be the teacher today for yourself. Now, the first thing we need to bring into play is breathing. So get purposeful about your breathing. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale through your mouth. Deep, deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth as a clearing out and a bringing yourself to start. Then through your nose, slow, steady, deep, rhythmic breath. Throughout class, maintain your individuality. Maintain a breath that supports your practice. But through your breathing, the sound of it, the feeling of it, connect to the people around you. Let them into your world by accepting the rhythm of their breath. Take yourself out of your world into theirs by offering your breath in such a way that they can feel it and they can hear it. Together, working together with our breathing, we'll go a great distance. Alone, not quite as strong as the effort of the whole group. Use your next inhale to lift your body up into downward facing dog. When you arrive, start exploring. Bend one knee, straighten one knee. I love to wave my hips from side to side and stretch out the sides of my waist. Then get really deliberate. Make choices. As you explore, listen for, that part of my body needs more space. That part could use a little more strength and support. And then start to customize the foundation of your pose. Open your feet hip width distance. Sink your heels down toward the mat. Anchor your hands to the ground by pushing the knuckle of your pointer finger down and squeezing your fingertips to the mat. Then let the rest of your body get really light. Move your shoulder blades to your spine and just lift your armpits an inch closer to the ceiling. Now work together with your breathing. Make it powerful and allow it to be easy. with your next inhale, raise your right leg up into the air behind you. Begin with square hips. Really reach up and back through your lifted foot like it's standing or pressing on the wall behind you. You can just drop your right hip and lift your left hip to make your hips square. Bring your heel to your hips. Turn your hips open to the right side of the room. So imagine you're lifting up out of your hands. Reach your right knee up into the air. Wake up your right foot's toes. And return your right foot to the floor. Raise your left leg into the air. Reach it up and back. Bend your knee, bring your heel to your hip. Turn your hips open to the left. Imagine that the ribs down the left side of your body, they're pulling apart, softening away from one another like they're yawning and waking up to the practice. Look to your hands, step your left foot forward, bring your right foot up to join it. Line your feet up parallel to one another and hip width distance. With an inhale, lift up halfway, stretch your body out long, and as you exhale, hang down toward the ground. Open your feet, set them hip width distance. Let the back of your pelvis grow wide. Now be really purposeful in your foundation. Create your feet so they're parallel to one another, hip width distance. Sort the weight out in your feet so it just sits evenly between the four corners of your feet. Put the effort into action, push your feet down, and then for the rest of your breaths in this pose, be open to experiencing the lift back up from the floor. Up through your arches, up through your inner knees, all the way up to the sitting bones, your sitting bones reaching to the ceiling. Equal and opposite, feet down, arches up, hips up. Right now, be dedicated to your breathing. Dedicated. Be dedicated to being in this space, in this experience with your breath, the anchor, the thing that has you be here. Release your fingertips to the ground and walk your feet together. Bring your hands to your hips behind. Point your elbows to the ceiling and make your back long and flat, a halfway lift. Powerful legs. Make powerful legs. Long spine. If all the weight's in the outer edges of your feet, bring some to the inner edges and bring your feet into balance. Push down with your feet. Wait for the springing back up from the earth through your arches. Now a deep breath in, get really long. Exhale, come up to standing. Once you're standing tall, sweep your arms overhead, stretch up out of your feet through to the ceiling, and then look for the wall behind you. Stretch back. Bring your hands into prayer position and pause. Open your eyes. Set your gaze, fix it on one point at the front of the room. Create a reality of being here in this space. Set an intention for your practice. 3 times, way to wake up your body, way to connect with the rest of the room. We'll chant Om together 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Let your mouth be soft. Breathe in and reach up for the ceiling. Stretch. As you exhale, fold down to the floor. Long, flat back as you go. Inhale, halfway lift. Make the sides of your waist long. As you exhale, low plank position. You can step or you can jump to get there. Upward facing dog. Breathe in and broaden your collarbones. Downward facing dog. Work together. 1 deep breath in. Exhale, empty your breath. Press your thigh bones back. Move up to your hands. When you arrive, breathe in and lift up halfway. Fold down as you breathe out. Stand up, breathe in, reach up for the ceiling and back. Fold to the floor with soft knees all the way down. Halfway lift, long spine. Chaturanga, that's the low plank position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Make it like a sunrise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sink your heels down. Deep breath in. Exhale, empty your breath. Look to your hands. Step or jump up to your hands. When you arrive, halfway lift. Soft knees. Fold down. Stand up. Reach up. Breathe in and stretch. Fold to the floor with control. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Stretch the tops of your feet. Downward facing dog. One deep breath in. Exhale, empty your breath, look to your hands, jump up to your hands, halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose, sit back, reach your arms up, stretch, look up, fold to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank to low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, step your right foot forward and lunge. Deep lunge. Reach up out of your legs and back. Hands to the floor. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog with strong legs. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Big, deep legs. Powerful feet. Hands down. Chaturanga. Look forward as you lower. Look forward. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now 3 breaths together. Inhale. And as you exhale, just stretch up out of your hands. Deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, empty your breath. Look to your hands. Float up to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Chair, sit back, arms up, stretch and fold. Halfway lift with soft knees. Soften your knees. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Keep your back foot strong and take a deep, bold lunge. Reach up out of your legs. Hands down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now your left foot step. Powerful back leg. Up with your fingers. Hands down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Rest. Downward facing dog is a rest when the main action of the pose is happening, that you bring your strength back into your legs. And as a result, you can stretch your spine long. One more breath here. Empty it completely. When there's no breath in your body, jump up to your hands. Then halfway lift and breathe in. Unlock your knees. Fold down. Chair pose, sit back, arms go up, even look up and fold. Halfway lift, long sides to your waist, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, stretch your lowest abdominal muscles. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Big, bold lunge, reach all the way up, hands down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side step. Warm up your legs, wake up your back leg, reach up, back leg awake, then chaturanga. Sorry. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Know in your chaturangas that your body's meant to be long and strong like a plank, and just your triceps work to lower you down. If you find there's a lot of action in your shoulders, rocking forward and rocking back, just use your knees. The form of the pose first. The action is like the third thing we pay attention to. The form first, the bones second, the muscles third. So if the muscles are doing the main work, they're rolling forward and back, and you're losing your skeleton, put your knees on the ground. Keep the shape of your skeleton intact in that pose. Raise your right leg up into the air. Bend your knee and bring your heel to your hip. Anchor your left hand down to the ground. Now flip over, travel all the way across your body and land your right foot on the ground. 2 strong feet on the floor. Then lift up and reach over. If a wheel pose is available to you, take your right hand all the way to the ground. You'll need to spin your left hand on the floor. Strong legs now, strong legs. take 3 breaths here together. You can soften the push up of your hips. Let your hips go down 1/4 of an inch. Last breath, float to side plank. So your right hand, bring it to the mat, face the left side of the room. Stack your body up with your hand under your face. Bring your top hip over this way toward the left side of the room. Now reach for the ceiling. 3 breaths to reach for the ceiling. You can intensify, you can modify. Look up to your reaching hand, chin up, reach, stretch up, chest open, a little more collarbones open, gracefully. Hands to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and let a sigh come out through your mouth. It's like a whistle on the tea kettle. Breathe in. Raise your left leg into the air. Bend your knee, bring your heel to your hip. Feet awake, make your feet alive and awake. Be prepared. Now like an elevator landing, no crash. Flip over. Manage it all the way until your skin is on the floor. Reach all the way overhead to wheel if that's available to you. Give it a try. You're there, Doreen. Perfect. Keep reaching, and so the stretch might be great for you like this. Wheel might be where you need to be. Breathe. Get ready to move. Flip over. Left hand to the ground, side plank, face the right side of the room. Stack your feet up, one on top of the other, and wake them up. So move your baby toes back towards your face, especially on your top foot. Just move it back towards your face. With your toes alive, pull the pit of your belly into your body, reach for the ceiling. 3 breaths, full expression, be creative. What is your inner teacher calling for right now? Last breath, reach up, strong belly, hands to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and exhale. Raise your right leg into the air behind you. Stretch it up and back. Reach back. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Hollow out your belly and stack your armpits over your wrists. Reach up and back again as you breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and suck your guts up under your ribs. One more time. Reach back, stretch. Now knee to your nose, armpits over your wrists. Step forward, crescent lunge. Arms up. Take your focus into your back leg. Bring the ball of your back foot's baby toe to anchor on your mat. You might need to move your back heel another inch to the left side of the room. Back leg, make it strong. Then lunge down, deep in the pose. Once your legs are deep, your back leg's working, your front leg's working, keep your legs deep. Reach up out of your legs and for the back of the room. Pull your belly in. Lift your chest to the ceiling and reach for the back of the room. Your limit is when your fingertips touch the floor. The bigger the back bend you're going for, the deeper your lunge. This is nice. Reach up and back, stretch. Come forward, hands to prayer. Oh, your back just cracked. Pause. Twist to the right side of the room, anchor your left elbow to your right knee. Once you anchor it, once it's landed, then make your pose light. Heel back, chest forward, and hips just another inch higher. Open your arms. Wrap your top arm around behind your back to halfway bind the pose. Wake up your back leg. 3 breaths to work together. When you inhale, get lighter, get longer. When you exhale, twist. 2 more like that. Inhale, lighter and longer, then twist. Last one, stay for the whole exhale. Savor the twist. When there's nothing left, inhale and spin around to warrior 2. Land with your exhale. Make a powerful statement with your legs by lunging down. Lunge down until your front leg knows it's in the pose. Once your front leg is alive, put your concentration on your back leg and make it wake up too. Make your back leg strong. You might need to lunge deeper to wake up your back leg. Then extended side angle your fingertips on the floor or block at the arch of your front foot. Use your front arm to encourage your right knee back. Now this will be easier if you're breathing together. Endeavor to breathe together. You be the leader in your section of the room. Here's your last breath. Look for the ceiling, chest up, then chaturanga. It's a careful dance between effort and ease throughout your practice. Downward dog. In downward dog, maximum ease right now. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your shoulders become easy, your neck long and easy. Let your head be heavy. Keep your hands right where they are and go here. Raise your left leg into the air behind you. As you exhale, knee to your nose, suck your belly button into your spine. Then reach your left leg up and back. As you exhale, knee to your nose. Left leg up and back, square hips, knee to your nose. Step, left foot forward, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Now settle into your legs. Your front leg, be sure the four corners of your feet are on the ground. Anchor yourself deep in your lunge. Square your hips. Now, with all of your foundation created, you have the space to reach up. Extend your elbows, extend your wrists and your fingers, then reach up and back. From your deep legs, reach up and back. Reach for the wall behind you. Who knew you were this flexible? Hands to prayer position and pause. Good job. Twist. Oh, I thought we could do that better. Twist to the left, right elbow, left knee. What usually happens here is your back leg starts to lag down and you lose all of your power in the pose, so make it strong and open your arms. This pose is effort, ease, effort, ease. Inhale, get light, get tall. Exhale, turn and soften. Inhale, fortify your foundation, and then twist. Last breath here, strong in your legs, ease in your twist. Spin around to warrior two. And land. Now create strong legs and a strong foundation. Put your hips, ribs, and shoulders to pointing at this right side of the room. Lunge down, way down. You just point your knee as far toward the front of the room as it will go. Wrap your left butt cheek under your body. Then extended side angle. Left fingertips block or floor, right arm in the air or overhead. There you go. Deep lunge. Go to there, Doreen. Come down in your lunge. Take one more breath. Chest up, make it light. Chaturanga. Hands down, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. You're in the vitality section of Journey into Power. You did integration, you did awakening, now vitality, twisting, turning on an inner fire. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and empty your breath. Look to your hands, jump up to your hands. When you arrive, halfway lift, fold down, chair pose, squat back, reach your arms up, stretch them, stretch the sides of your waist. Then twist, hands to prayer position, turn toward the right side of the room. Anchor your left elbow outside of your right knee or between your knees. Open your arms, reach your bottom arm down and your top arm up. Wrap your top arm behind your back. Reach through your knees, hold hands outside of your left hip. Squat deep. You can take Bird of Paradise if you have that in your practice today. Otherwise, your job is to squat deep, make effort, then lift your chest and twist, make softness. Take 3 more breaths here. Lasso back here. That'll open your shoulders. Get this guy to relax. After the last breath, fold. Open your feet hip width distance. Balance out your effort through all 4 corners of your feet. Hook your big toes with your middle and index fingers so you can open your feet wide, hip width distance. Balance your feet on the floor. An even effort in your feet of pushing down. And then listen closely and experience a lift up. Allow your inner teacher to listen for equality, for balance, equanimity between the pushing down in your feet and the responding lifting up. One more breath here. Release your toes, walk your feet together. Chair pose, sit back, arms up. Sit as deeply as you can, and then stretch the sides of your waist long and make it so that though you're working deep, you're experiencing lightness. Hands to prayer, twist. Right elbow, left knee. Both of your knees equally bending. Open your arms, bottom arm down, maybe between your knees, top arm up, bind. Top arm behind your back, reach through your knees, hold hands or a strap outside of your right hip. The mistake is to hold on between the cheeks, hold outside of your hip. Yes, once you've got the grip, squat. Allow the twisting to turn your chest open and your shoulder, your left shoulder, to melt behind your back. 2 more breaths, soft, easy breath. Control the exhale. Unwind, hang. Open your feet hip width distance and stand on your palms. Slip them underneath of your feet from the front. Even out the weight in the 4 corners of your feet. Keep your knees hip width distance. Just let your shoulders relax, let your neck get long, your head heavy. If your breath was increasing in pace, now let it normalize, equalize, get it into choice. You choosing how your breathing flows. Might take a sigh or two to release the extra effort that you build up in the vitality pose and start moving toward balance, equanimity. Release your feet, walk to the back of your mat and kneel down and stay in close listening. Tune your listening up. Bring your elbows to the ground and measure palm to elbow. Set your elbows, then open your hands and interlace your fingers. Put the edge of your hand on the mat so both baby fingers are on the mat. One is not on top of the other. Put your head on the ground so you're cradling your head with your palms either open or closed, and turn your toes under. Lift your hips up into the air. Push down with your forearms and hug in. So let's go step by step. Push down with your forearms and hug in. You might stay right here or bring one knee into your chest with a flexed foot. Knees into chest, that's where we're going today. Just knees into your chest. One leg in or 2. You can take a little bunny hop and bring the second leg in. You might surprise yourself. Keep your knee in tight to your chest. Press down, knees into your chest, into your chest, into your chest, your chest, your chest. Yeah, push down with your arms and hug in. Once you're upside down, things get a little crazy. Push down with your arms and hug in. If there's any discomfort in your neck, more arms, less neck, no neck. Flex your ankles so you can activate your feet like they're standing on the ceiling. 3 more breaths. Every one of you can be in the downward dog version of this pose. And after the last breath, knees on the ground together, arms behind you for newborn or an embryo pose. Going upside down can be a little scary at first, but there are steps to it. 3 more breaths. Shake out your shoulders. Let your shoulders become jelly. Downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, stretch your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty your breath. Look to your hands. Step or jump up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Make your legs strong. And then round in your back. So roll up by pushing your abdominal muscles up. Roll up one bone at a time. That means your head looks up last. Keep your chin down until the very end. Once you're tall, sweep your arms overhead. Stretch up. Make the sides of your body long. Breathe right here. With your right hand, grab your left wrist. Stretch up and over. With your left hand, grab your right wrist. Stretch up and over. Come back to the center, eagle pose. Wrap your right arm under your left. That's it. Squat down, wrap your right leg over your left leg. See if you can tuck your toes behind your calf muscle. For some of you, your toes will pop out to the side. Make your spine really long. That's it. So your arm bones, they can hug to the back of your body. Let the back of your neck get really long, lengthen. Step out, reach your arms overhead, reach up. And then your left side, left arm under, left leg over. Equanimity means balance. You're in the equanimity section of the series, and it's not just stand on one foot, but it means balance out effort and ease now. The first half of class, we were emphasizing effort. Now we'll come to balance before we emphasize ease. Hone in your focus, your listening right now. Listen to your breathing. Step out, stretch your arms overhead, reach up. Hug your right knee into your chest, stand tall. With your standing foot, line yourself up, heel behind your middle toe. A little more heel behind your middle toe. You can hold the outside of your right foot and extend your leg if that's what's working in your body today. Extend to the front of the room. So knee or foot, point to the front of the room. You can hold on to your knee or your foot. Let your shoulder, your right shoulder relax. Let it settle back into the back of your body. Let your thigh bone settle into the back of your body. Then open your leg to the right and look to the left. Reach. Work together. Lead your section of the room into balance with your breathing. If you find yourself wiggling, suck everything in toward your midline. Bring your leg forward, switch hands, lift up tall, turn, look, reach to the back of the room, dancing Shiva. Breathing, breathing. Slow, steady, deep, rhythmic breathing. If your foot, your leg is shaking a little bit, let it be active. Come forward, hug your knee into your chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hands to your hips, press your heel forward. Stay tall. Bend your knee, grow even taller. Exhale, press your heel forward. Bend your knee, inhale, tall. Exhale, heel forward, no leaning back. Now sweep your arms overhead. Lift your toes up even higher. Bend your knee, hands to prayer position, reach back to airplane pose. Breathing, keep your breath flowing. Push your standing foot so deep down into your mat that you create a lift up in your standing hip. Create that. Foot down, hip up, space in your standing hip. One more time, foot down, hip up, hands to prayer position, turn to the right half moon. Put your left fingers on the block or floor underneath of your shoulder. Right arm in the air. Get active in your lifting leg. Once you've activated your legs, bring softening, bring ease to your shoulders. Lift so much that your fingertips just come up off of the ground, look up to the ceiling with control, 2 feet down and hang. Sway from side to side. Let your fingers just graze across the floor. Come back to center, put your feet together, make your legs strong. Head last, roll up to standing. Articulate your spine. Hug your left knee into your chest. With your standing foot, anchor it to the ground. Push down the big toe of your standing foot. And just spread out your standing foot's toes. You can hold the outside of your left foot with your left hand and extend your foot forward if you like, or keep your knee bent. Get tall, grow tall. Easy shoulders, easy neck. Open your leg to the left. Look and reach to the right. Easy shoulders, easy neck, easy. The sides of your waist, long. There. Pull your ribs in. Easy. Bring your leg forward, switch hands. Lift, turn, reach to the back of the room. Both sides of your waist long. Suck your left thigh bone back into your body. Yeah. Keep dragging it back. Another breath. Come forward. Hug your left knee into your chest. Stand very tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press your heel forward. Deep breath in. Bend your knee and get tall. As you exhale, heel forward. Stay tall. Stay tall. Bend your knee. Inhale. Exhale, heel forward. Now sweep your arms overhead. Lift your toes up to your belly button. Look up. Get light and tall. Hands to prayer, airplane pose. Reach back. Just open the back of your lifted leg's knee. Raise your leg up. Make it really powerful. Keep lifting, Beth. You've got it. Reach against me. Stretch against me. Soften your knee. Push down with your standing foot. Get lighter in your standing hip. Chest up, chest up, chest up. Hands to prayer. Half moon, right hand down. Lift your hip up high. Active in your kicking foot. That's it, like you're standing on the back of the room. Look to the ceiling. Lift up, get light. Lift. Last breath. Feet to the floor and hang. Lots of control as you move. Sway with your fingertips side to side. If you've got a strap, pick it up. Come up to standing. Prepare for standing bow pose or dancer's pose. For standing bow, wrap your right shoulder behind you, palm to the right side of the room. Bend your knee. Hold your ankle right around the bottom of your shin from the inside. So your foot can be flexed and you can work the surface of your foot to help you balance. Left arm in the air. Now go, kick your foot up to the ceiling. Imagine that it's standing on the ceiling of the room. I'm going to spin this around. Keep spinning. Yeah, there you go. It's tricky. I know that's tricky. Now press your foot up. Work to make your right side waist as long as you possibly can. Where's the ease that needs to come into the pose to have that space on your right side body? 3 more breaths. Ease, bring ease. 1. Stay with the pose. You can do it. 2. Here's your last breath. Look up, reach up, full expression. Gently step out. Feet together, arms down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Now your left side. Left shoulder, roll it back. Palm faces the left side of the room. Bend your knee, hold your shin from the inside. Flex your foot. Now go. Create an opposite action between your foot on the floor and your foot that's reaching up to the ceiling. Push 1 down and kick 1 up. 1 down and 1 up. As much as you make your legs powerful, soften your arms, soften your shoulders. Soften your middle back. 3 more breaths. Shoulders down. Let your shoulders be easy. Can you allow ease? You can't make ease happen. You have to allow it. Here's your last breath, fullest expression. Gently step out. Drop your strap. Feet together, arms by your side. Do nothing else. Breathe. Just be still. Be available to balance. Be available to equanimity. Deep breath in and a sigh. Tree pose. Stand on your left foot. Bring the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Be in balance in your standing foot. All 4 corners, press them down into the mat. And soften your toes, stretch them out. Yeah, let them be easy. They'll teach you where the 4 corners of your foot are. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, reach your arms overhead. Breathe. Lift your chest up. Lift your gaze up to the ceiling, up out of your standing foot. Reach up and back. Stretch. Step out of the pose. Feet down, arms down. Switch sides. Stand on your right foot. Left foot. tree pose. Hands to prayer position. You can push down on the ball of your big toe. Interlace your fingers, palms forward and then overhead. Press your palms up to the ceiling. Create equanimity between your foot that presses down and your palms that press up. Like you're plugged in. One foot plugged into the earth, one foot plugged into the ceiling. In between, easy. Really easy in between. Chest up, reach up, look up. Step out of the pose, move to the front of your mat, chair pose. Squat down, reach your arms up. So sit way back into your heels. Pull your abdominal muscles into your body enough to open up the length of your lower back. Can you make your lower back easy instead of gripping? 5 breaths together. Are you ready? Inhale. Sit deep as you exhale. Now stretch as you inhale and sit deep as you exhale. You've got 3 more to go. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, sit deep. 2 more. You can do it. Maybe a smile is what it's going to take to make it easy to get through. Fold to the floor. Halfway lift. Uh-oh, chaturanga. You can step back. You can jump back. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Step your right foot forward and lunge. Big, deep legs. Reach up to the ceiling. This is your chance. Get warmed up for your wheel pose to come. Deep, warrior 1. Stretch up and back. Then turn to warrior 2. Face the right. From warrior 2, straighten your front leg. Feet even wider apart. Create a lot of freedom in your base. Then fingertips to the brick wall. Hips to the back wall. Triangle pose. Put your right fingertips on the block or floor behind your front foot. Even your water bottle could be a nice support. I'm going to put that there in case you want it. Create your legs so that your feet are strong on the floor and your legs are hugging in. Once your legs are really strong, explore. Open your chest. Drop your head back. Last breath here. Come up to standing with your inhale. Turn your feet so that they're parallel to one another. With your hands on your hips, lift up tall and then hinge forward. Soften your knees as you go. Soft knees, that's it, strong legs. Bring your palms to the ground. You can just put your flat hands on the floor. Stretch the crown of your head down toward the ground. The whole time, keep your legs active. Make your legs work like they were going to slide in toward each other. Uh-oh, don't let me win. Philomena, I'm winning. Oh, this is making me work. Philomena had a great idea. Let's go for this. So your feet, keep them parallel to each other, like they are. Toes pointing to this left side of the room. But walk them out as wide as they'll go, keeping your feet flat on the floor and your toes pointed to this side of the room. Just as far as it will go. Some of you will find it's the whole way down into a straddle split. Others will find it's just a little bit more. I'm not very flexible in this direction, so for me, it'll just be a little bit more. You can bring your forearms down if that's better once you get low. Feet flat on the floor, parallel, toes pointing to the side of the room. You've got it. Now, can you walk your feet out just a tiny bit further? Is there one more step in you? Okay, support your hands on the ground. Walk your feet back together. Once you're stabilized, hands to your hips. Come up to standing. Turn and face the front of the room. Step your back foot in just enough that you can almost square your hips. Your feet, make them be hip-width distance. Just enough that they're almost square. Then work them square with the action of your 4 corners of your feet pressing into the ground. Bring your right hand to your right hip, raise your left arm in the air, lift up high, twisting triangle, hinge forward, reach to the, there aren't trains anymore, reach to the front of the room, hips to the back of the room, pause. Make your back long and flat, so retract your left shoulder into your back. Now left fingertips to the block or floor, front and center. Twisting triangle. Reach your right arm to the side of the room. Begin to turn your chest to the side of the room. Yes, there you go. All the while, your shoulder blades can move towards your spine. Yeah, hips back. Hips back to the back of the room. You fight tug of war. One more breath. Stay for the whole exhale. Nice. Hands to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale. Step your left foot forward and lunge. Warrior one. Reach up. Turn to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Open your feet long. Try a big base. Then stretch triangle pose. Keep your left hip tucking under your body. Your right knee, you can keep it facing this side of the room. Use your right hand to adjust the pose yourself. Wrap it around your rib cage and encourage your ribs to open up to the ceiling. Lighten the load on your down hand by reaching your top hand up and come up to standing. Turn your feet parallel to one another. You can bring them a little closer together, maybe another foot. Then wrap your hands behind your back and hold hands. If you've got a strap, hold the strap. Lift up high, hinge forward. Wide hips. Soften your knees. Soften your knees, Heather. Yeah, as much as you bring effort into your legs, so take your concentration there, bring effort into your legs, allow ease to come in your shoulders. For me, I know the fronts of my shoulders are fully aware this pose is happening. Can you let go of any holding along your spine, along your shoulders and your neck to allow your hands to spill as far overhead as they will go? Maintain the work in your legs. From your strong legs, bring yourself up to standing. Turn to face the front of the room. Step your back foot in, hip width distance in your feet. Four corners of your feet, the work in there is what it's going to take to square your hips. It's not an easy squaring where you're just standing there square waiting for me to say what's next. Give yourself enough length that the squaring, I'm going to have to work for that. Left hand to your left hip, right arm in the air. Reach up high. Hinge forward, pause, reach for the windows at the front of the room while your hips reach back. In doing that, iron out your spine, square your hips. Then right hand down, block or floor, front and center. Chest to the front of the room, hips to the back of the room. Pause, make sure both sides to your waist are long, then turn. You got it. Every time you inhale, fortify your legs. Lengthen your spine a little bit more. When you exhale, get soft and turn. Make it a dance. Strength, ease. Strength, ease. Your last exhale, stay for the whole last drop of it as you open, then hands to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth and get ready for some breathing. With your next inhale, come to a high plank and look forward. Heels back. Exhale, go to low plank. Inhale, lift up high plank. Exhale, downward dog. You can do this if you work together. Inhale, high plank. You may use your knees if you need. Exhale, low plank. Stay light. Inhale, high. Exhale, downward dog. High plank. Inhale. Press the floor. Exhale, low. Inhale, high float. Exhale, downward dog. Two more times. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last one, strong belly, high plank. Heels back, low plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And sigh. Come to a high plank and lower down to your belly. Keep your legs active with your toes turned under, so don't stretch out your feet just yet. Keep your toes turned under, use them as a tool. Make it so you feel the whole ball of your foot on the ground, so press your baby toe down. Arms out like airplane wings, strong legs. Make your belly strong, pull your abdominal muscles up into your body. Now stretch, heels back, chest forward, lift your head and shoulders up. Keep your legs on the ground, toes working. Breathe, turn your toes under, keep your feet on the ground, and unsqueeze your butt cheeks so you have a broad back. Last breath, come down. Take one deep breath in and exhale. Bend your knees. Reach back and hold your ankles from the outside with your palms facing in. Flex your feet. Knees only hip width distance. Are you ready? Relax your shoulders, relax your back and your arms. Activate your legs and press your feet up to the ceiling. Active legs, hang off of your legs. Work the four corners of your feet into the ceiling, the ball of your big toe up, your baby toe back to the floor. Keep kicking the ball of your big toe up. One more breath. Come back down, relax. Wave your feet from side to side. Put your hands on the floor under your elbows. Turn your toes under like you do in crescent lunge. With your next inhale, your goal is no sensation in your lower back and lots of stretch in your lowest abdominal muscles. Upward facing dog. Up. Pause. You may need to soften your knees and put your thighs on the ground if you're experiencing anything in your lower back. Push your hands down so your neck gets a little longer. Broaden right here. Soften your elbows. Strong lower abdominal muscles. Lengthen your neck. That's it. Lengthen. Chin down, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Stand on your knees for camel pose. Knees hip width distance and toes turned under. Put your hands in your back pockets. Shoulders back. Lift up very tall. Bring your chin into your neck and lift your chest even more. Perhaps relax your head back. Strong legs. You might move your hands to your heels, to your thighs, to your knee creases. You choose. Keep your legs strong and your chest lifting. You have 3 breaths here. Legs strong and lift your chest. Pull your belly in so your lower back gets long. A full expression, full opening up, softening and broadening across your chest. Then lift your chest to the ceiling and come out of the pose. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog stretch. They're taking down our trees and everything over there. I know, I missed the trains, but maybe something amazing will end up over there. Okay, jump through your hands, sit down on your bum for staff pose, Dandasana. So on your bum, feet forward, toes up to the ceiling. Reach your arms out like a mummy and get even taller. If that means softening your knees, you do it. But get so tall your side waists are long. Keep them long. Let your shoulders relax. Roll back one bone at a time. You reach your tail toward your heels and keep your waist long. That's it, Stephanie. Now roll over the back of your pelvis. Keep reaching your tail to your heels. Pause right there. Reach your tail to your heels. Yes, go. See, you made the difference? Let this open, tail to your heels. Yeah, right there. Bend your knees. Put your feet flat on the floor underneath of your knees, hip width distance. One bone at a time, lift yourself up from your tail to your shoulders into bridge pose. Once you arrive in bridge, rock from side to side and tuck your shoulder blades deep underneath of your back. Take your focus into your feet right now. Whether your feet are turned out or they're straight forward, 4 corners of your feet, press them down. Let your thigh bones roll inward to your front midline. Don't press up quite so high, so right there is softer. Release your hands, fingertips to the ceiling, so reach your arms up, fold your wrists, put your hands on the floor under your shoulders, but set them wide. You can stay here with your hands and your feet pressing, or straighten your arms up into wheel pose. Go. Whichever it's going to be, take 5 more breaths. Whichever pose you're in, put your concentration into the 4 corners of your feet for the last 3 breaths. Where could this pose be easier? Where could it be softer? Wrap this in right here. Gently come back down. Don't hug your knees into your chest yet. You can move your knees from side to side. Okay, we're going up 2 more times. On your mark, get set, go. Switch into maximum listening right now. Right into your body. Listen for where it needs more space and respond by giving it more space. Do that by being easy, less effort. Switch into maximum ease. No more maximum effort. Maximum ease in this pose. Gently come down. Stay in the flow of your breath. 1 breath in and exhale. Up you go. Last wheel pose or bridge if that's the one you're taking. Up you go. You've got 10 breaths. Work together on your mark. Get set and go. You've got breath 10. Breath 9. Keep breathing. 8. 7. 6. Lend breath to the room. This is the time to finish strong. After the 10th breath, come down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles together, knees open, do nothing else. Just be at ease in this pose, in this moment. This is where you are right now. This is exactly where you're meant to be. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing to say. Just be here in this pose right now. Be aware of your breathing. You don't have to fix it or change it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just be aware of how it's flowing right now, your breath. Igniting. After all of that igniting, stretching your boundaries, reaching beyond your comfort zone in your body, in your breathing, in your intention. Now we'll stabilize. Bring it back together. Anchor into your own body. Hug your knees into your chest. Then make a tabletop with your legs so that your knees are on top of your hips. Your feet seem like they're standing on the brick wall, so they're flat. It's as though the 4 corners of your feet are standing here. Many of you will need to pull your baby toes back to your face. So if you bring your feet toward the brick wall just enough that you feel your lower abdominal muscles kick in, that's exactly the right alignment. Reach your hands behind your head, fingertips touching, maybe, maybe not. Take a deep breath in, blow the air out, and lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Just look at your belly. If it seems like it's standing up, take a deep breath in. Blow all the air out and sink your belly deep into your body. Now keep your legs strong. Stretch your left foot to the front of the room. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Like the room is muddy, switch sides. Stretch your leg forward. Switch sides. Press the 4 corners of your foot forward. Now go back and forth. Ready? Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Fully straighten your leg each time. Activate your feet. Make your feet come alive. 15, 16, 17. Keep your belly deep. Switch. Use your breathing. Be purposeful in your legs. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Can you level out your pelvis so it doesn't rock as you go from side to side? It's just your limbs moving, your upper torso moving from side to side. So keep your pelvis still. Ready? These are the last ones. We're going super slow. Go for 10, super slow, 9, 8, all of that time to switch sides, not to just get over there and hang on to it. 7, you're gonna make it. 6, 5, 4, maybe make your skin easier. 3, 2, and 1. Stretch out long, long, stretch out. stabilize, stability. Hug your knees into your chest. Come rocking up to a sitting position for release. Extend your right leg long, bend your left leg. So your legs kind of look like tree pose. Point your right toes up to the ceiling. Then turn and face your right foot, arms on the floor, either side of your leg, and hinge. Bring your chest, your heart, toward your toes. Begin listening to your body. Just check it out. Where does it need more space? Might be helpful to elevate your hips a little bit or soften the back of your knee. With your left hand, reach to the outside of your right foot. Hold your calf or your baby toes. And then with your arm strength, pull your chest a little closer to your toes. Your right arm, use it anywhere you need it for stability. It can bind, it can hold onto the floor. Come on up. Switch sides. Hinge over your left leg. Bring your right hand outside of your left baby toe. Chest towards your toes. You want to make your baby toes get alive, get active, and move toward your face. Come on up. Two legs straight out in front of you. Many of you will need to soften the backs of your knees, put a towel under your knees, maybe fold your mat up and elevate your hips, then sit up tall. Hinge forward, reach for your baby toes, pull them back to your face, and with your thumbs, push your big toes forward. So wrap your baby toes back, push your big toe forward. You keep your spine long, keep your side waists long. Even your collarbones right now. Keep your collarbones very broad. You may need to bend your knees for this. And then for the last breath or two, you can get round, drop your chin, and indulge. Come up to sitting, lean back onto your palms so your fingers are pointing toward the bricks. Once you bring your weight into your hands, wrap your shoulders open. So lean back, just wrap your shoulders open. Point your toes to the floor. Wrap your legs together, squeeze them together, then hips up. Legs stay together, legs stay straight if you can. Try to put the whole sole of your foot on the ground, hips high. Open your shoulders, hips high, press your feet down, wrap your thighs together, squeeze them. Sit down, fish pose, tuck your hands in your back pockets. Bring your forearms down to the ground. Then lift your chest up to the ceiling. Allow your head to ease back toward the floor. Some of you, your head will touch, many of you, your head will not touch. What you're looking for is broadening in your collarbones, chest up to the ceiling. Let the front of your neck get really soft. Couple more breaths here. Drop your chin to your chest, relax back onto your flat back. Onto your back. You have two choices right now. Viparita Karani or waterfall pose, that's legs straight up in the air, or feet overhead for plow pose. All the way overhead. Stay active in your legs, whichever pose you're in. Work your legs so that your thigh bones are rotating to your front midline, your feet are alive. You can feel, you can sense the idea of your feet and their four corners standing on the ceiling or standing on the wall behind you. If you're in plow and would like to take it up to shoulder stand, do that. If you're in shoulder stand, create stillness in your posture. Just stillness. Whichever pose you're in, move your heels just off of one another. That's it, Kelly. You can just wrap like that. Shoulder stand, return to plow pose. Create deaf man's pose by bending your knees to the sides of your ears. For each one of you that are in shoulder stand, deaf man's pose, plow pose, hips high, really long in your side waist. If your feet are behind you, come rolling out of the pose one bone at a time. Everyone hug your knees into your chest. Put your feet flat on the floor underneath of your knees. Step your right foot off of your mat to the right. Drop your right knee down and in so you create 90-degree angle in your knee and in your ankle of your right leg. You'll notice your weight shifts. Work to keep it from shifting as little as possible, but it will shift. There should be no discomfort in your right knee. Let's switch you. It's this guy doing this. Intensify the pose by adding your left foot midway on your right thigh and dropping your left knee then down toward the ground. It'll intensify the inward rotation of your right thigh bone. Should be no discomfort in your right knee. If you do experience discomfort, just raise your hand and we will help you realign the pose. Switch sides. "90-degree angle is what you're wanting to create in your left knee. An inward rotation in your thigh. Allow your shoulders to rest flat on the mat. You can add your right foot midway up your left thigh and drop your right knee to the ground to intensify. If you're experiencing nothing, you can raise your hand. You feeling this? Should I move you a little bit? There. Good. Unwrap the pose. There's an eye towel nearby your mat near your head. You're welcome to use that. It's a cool wet towel. Place that over your face if you like, or your chest. Then create Shavasana. Stretch your legs out long. Open them up wide enough that when you drop your toes out, your lower back feels spacious. Arms by your side but wide, with your palms facing up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. Let the weight of your whole body settle down into the mat. Just a breath or two to organize the pose. Eyes closed. And now, once your body is shaped up to be comfortable in the pose you've customized, then the rigor of this pose is stillness. allow yourself to stay anchored in this room, to stay in this space of equanimity, open and balanced, by letting the noises, the sound of the air moving, maybe traffic or footsteps, breath, letting those sounds be your anchor to staying here, staying in the space, staying with what's actually happening. Hold your space in the room. Hold your space in the room through the rigor of stillness, being aware that you're here. Being aware that there are sounds, there is movement, and you hold your space. Know that anytime you're tempted in your thinking to be somewhere else, the sounds in the room will be here to partner with you, to hold presence. Take a deep, deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze your fingers and your toes. Hug your knees into your chest and roll to your side. With your eyes closed, bring yourself up to a sitting position. Sit with your spine very tall. Arrange your legs in a way that works to keep your spine tall. You can sit on a block, straighten your legs, everything is available. And just take a moment, anchor your two sitting bones down. Your pelvis, just keep it neutral. Then with your spine, lift one vertebrae up from the last. Get really tall. Allow your rib cage to settle into center where it's just like a bowl reflecting down to the bowl of your pelvis. Move your arm bones to the back of your body and let your collarbones get broad. Pull your chin in so your head is resting on the top of your spine. It's just floating there. From this space, set an intention for the rest of your day. Inhale and sweep your arms overhead. Exhale and bring your hands into prayer position. 3 times, let's chant Om together. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for playing. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again soon. If you have any questions, thank you to Chris for assisting. You can ask Chris questions. or myself about your practice, about upcoming events. Thank you.